We cannot work with the Yoruba people. They are betrayals to us. We cannot work with the Yoruba people. They are betrayals to us.
Nnamdi Kanu is on a cause that will bring salvation, independence, freedom, and dignity back to our people. Every traitor will be paid in a millionfold for his treachery against his own people. Every traitor. Nnamdi Kanu should not be a problem. Nnamdi Kanu is in the struggle. It is the struggle for liberation of his people. First of all, for liberation of himself and liberation of his people. And people have chosen to follow him. If you are not following him, just keep quiet and go and do your own. Let it not be an issue for you. It does seem you are not an issue for him. But you come in and become. Why? Who knows that Nnamdi Kanu will come? Nobody knows. I didn't know, you didn't know. But the Buhari, they created Nnamdi Kanu. Buhari is not the most strongest human being on earth. We have seen so many people. Where it will go? Where it will go? Apartheid system, where it fall? Where is the British Empire? Where is the Soviet Union? Where is the Roman Empire? We don't see a lot of things. Nnamdi Kanu, whether they bow for him or they don't bow for him, it's none of your business. Because if you are talking, if you have sense, if you talk about Nnamdi Kanu bow, we go talk when they bow down for one man called Olu, when they bow down for one man called Suta, when they bow down for that thing they call Buhari. That they brought from Rome. You don't talk all those on Nnamdi Kanu might be a problem. Nnamdi Kanu is on a cause that will bring salvation, independence, freedom, and dignity back to our people. If you don't agree with him, just keep quiet. Because very soon you will come. We are marking all of you. We are marking all of you. All of you who think that by trading with us.
Sir, who is the years of Wike? Who is he? What has he done before other than stealing government money? Even that drunkard Wike knows. Yeah, they said we will not come. If we are coming, will you come, Wike?
You will not come.
You will not come. Just this man, Dokubo Asari is not coming. His people are not coming. So you come. You are making mouth. You are shooting tear gas at unarmed women. You are shooting guns at unarmed women. All you wanted to lure me. Boma in her capacity as a woman, without the police, why didn't you confront her? Was it the job of police to shoot tear gas at unarmed women? Where in any civilized society is that done? You are daring the job people. And those of you who are disgraced, somebody who abused you, you out of the abundance of the heart, your problem to him and leave it there. He's going to, who is in years or Wike? I have restrained myself. Who is in years or Wike? Who is he? What has he done before other than stealing government money? Where has he worked? What is his pedigree? Who is his father? Who are his fathers from generation to generation? Who know them? He's talking of benevolence. If anybody has benefited from this corrupt Nigerian system, is that idiot calling us over here? He lies, he talks, he's grandstanding, because people live it. They failed. Oh, they shot tear gas at my sister, I'm going to come. They did not see me. They know if we come, they will die. Oh. That is not two way. You will die. If you come, we'll die. None of us will be scratched. We will walk away.
I should be listed because of the Kanu. He who choose me there, you should ask him the question. But if I am invited, if I'm supposed to come, go home and sleep. I will be there.
A lot of things might have triggered that understanding who Asari Dokubo was before now, and how he began to make a statement when he noticed that Nnamdi Kanu has continued to gain influence both nationally and internationally. And he has once made a statement that, this has gotten to a point that after all, Nnamdi Kanu is his brother. They came from the same blood. They can disagree to agree. I think he's seen some positive sign that, what he thought was Nnamdi Kanu would have been is not what he is. Now you are seeing that Nnamdi Kanu is resilient, in what and focused in what he's doing. And so a lot of things people are reacting to Asari Dokubo's statement that Nnamdi Kanu should consolidate, should hold firm, and nothing is going to happen, and he should make sure that he do not listen to what Wike is trying to do at this point in time, because he's a serving minister. Tinubu is going to sack him. His political career is going to come down. Opposition is going to attack him. Northern group, PDP groups, and everything. Everybody is going to make sure that he goes down, and that will be the final of Wike. And that is the reason why Wike is actually begging Nnamdi Kanu. Why did you include my name? Why did you put my name there? What wrong have I done to you? But in reaction from what we are getting, if we can actually verify that has been reported, credited to Asari Dokubo, is that that Wike's name should not be removed or be deleted, or in whatever way. I say no, this name should be removed. All of them that were involved, do not remove their name. That's what Asari Dokubo is trying to push towards Nnamdi Kanu's decision to involve political heavyweights as witnesses on his defense trial. But another angle we want us to understand is that Asari Dokubo is coming from the angle that Wike actually destroyed governance in River State over the feud between him and the Simi Fubara, and the rest of them. There was so much crisis in River State. He masterminded the removing of a democratically elected government, and a Popo man and a John man, half a Popo, half a John man, has been claimed by Asari Dokubo, and as a result of that, he fell out with his godfather, Bola Tinubu, and there was crisis in River State. People are fighting each other and all that. And now that Nnamdi Kanu has actually summoned courage, that it is time that this will actually teach, especially Wike lesson. Next time you will know that all men are not born equal. But there's something I want to take away from this statement, where Asari Dokubo has just found another graceful space, with Nnamdi Kanu, trying to get Nnamdi Kanu attention. I don't know whether he is coming from his heart and all that. But for some time now, he has been making statements concerning that. He said very clearly, I am Nnamdi Kanu is my brother, and we come from the same region. We can disagree and agree. That's coming from Asari Dokubo anyway, and signaling that there's possibility of South and Southeast block unification coming in as one block. Do not forget there are a lot of things that are going on the ground that you might not be able to understand. So, weaker factor on this is that we know what happened in Obibo. We know how Wike came out publicly and said he's come from Benin, denied his Igbo identity. And the current man, who is the leader, has told everybody that Wike is Igbo. He's just been funny with the reality on ground, that he chose not thinking that the North will support his presidential ambition. Unfortunately, Aminu Tambua, gave him that unfortunate slap. during the convention, and that was what triggered, what we are currently seeing happening politically within the PDP, and of course, within the political space in between Wike and other colleagues in that regard.
Okay. But where that Uzodinma was so shocked when his name was being, tutored or mentioned among people that were coming for witness, he said, he has come out severally on national TV and said that what Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB are not the one constituting nuisance in Southeast and Imo to be particular. He said, Nnamdi Kanu, he openly said it, and now he's shocked that why is his name there? Because he has come and said the people majorly constituting nuisance are the opposition in the state. But do you agree with him coming out?
I don't want to believe that what Sultan of Sokoto is saying concerning what Nnamdi Kanu's list that's been discussed both nationally and internationally now. That list, nobody saw it coming. So you can see that the one Ibazo, a former governor of Abia State, and Hope Uzodinma, they are aligning, causing this, trying to see how they can get Nnamdi Kanu's intention to omit their name, or possibly say their inclusion of their name is a mistake. And that's what Asari Dokubo is saying, that these guys are arch enemies. We know their history, we know what they represent, we know what is happening in Okigwe, we know who that is involved, we know who created IDP camp, for Fulani people in Imo State. We know what Uzodinma actually did. Uzodinma never won election in Imo State, one Abba Kyari, a Fulani man, former chief of staff or whatever, turned him to a governor of Imo State. So that's what it. So a lot of things begin to build up in that direction, and I can tell you that most repentant Boko Haram that we are hearing today, most of them are domicile, turn Imo State to IDP camp. So he should come and answer questions over what is happening in. Since he said that it's not a POB, then who are those he know that are killing people in Imo State? The issue of Ibazu to joining Wike to see how they are going to manipulate that list at the end of the day, which some Dokubo is telling them it's not going to work. It's because of the invasion, And remember, during that period, Asari Dokubo claimed that he was involved in the rescue of Nnamdi Kanu during that invasion. Then how can a governor, after meeting with Brutai or whoever that was in charge as at that time, and all of a sudden we saw over 28 people die in Nnamdi Kanu's house that led to what we are experiencing today. So it's a question that we need to ask this very particular governor, Okeze Ibazu, what role did you actually play? So this is a very big indictment, and it's going to collapse whatever political structure they think they're going to have now or in the future, and that's a very big one, and as an indictment to them, and they need to answer that questions by themselves, and that's what Asari Dokubo is trying to beg, to reject the begging. No more, don't beg for anybody. Don't beg. Come and answer your questions, and then if you escape,
are this kind of public disgrace or global, because they know that the whole world is watching.
The whole world will be interested to see how Wike, Ibazu, and of course Uzodinma are going to appear in the dock, and face Nnamdi Kanu storm at the end of the day, whether they are going to escape or not. That is just it. But I can tell you, it's not going to be funny. It's a drama. The international community, the whole world, Nigerians are waiting, especially those from the northern Isaacs, because the Brutai and Malabitu, we don't know how they're going to do that at the end of the day. And are they going to ask Omotosho, go against the court? Then we will know what is going to happen at the end of the day. That is when we will know whether it is going to get to that level or not. But I can tell you, one of the Supreme Court judge in Togo and other African countries has alerted the world agencies, of course, United Nations, to be ready to pronounce, Biafra if those people do not actually turn out to answer and engage in respect the court summon. Very dangerous trend, suicide trend, for these political figures currently now. I think they should be sweating by now.
Okay, but lastly, what people want to know is that according to Sanwo-Olu name was also on this list, and a lot of people say, why is he keeping mute as regards this? And they said, Nnamdi Kanu was linked with the NSAS in 2020, but we know that for a fact that Sanwo-Olu is smooth as regards, do you think that he's already in a panic mode?
Everybody should be in a panic mode because, of course, unfortunate thing is that the Nigerian judiciary is not truly independent. If they are independent, I think they should be on the panic mode. Because when the Lagos State government came up and set up a panel of inquiry, investigation was carried, a long time was taken, and the report was made. The question is that was Nnamdi Kanu in that report? Is Nnamdi Kanu's name in that report? I thank God the governor is still alive. Let me go and tell Nigerians, or is he going to change the report at the end of the day and put Nnamdi Kanu's name? So he's going to come out and tell Nigerians, how the report, was presented to him, which he signed, and Nnamdi Kanu is not there. Then how did Nnamdi Kanu get connected to the issue of NSAS?
But the Oba of Lagos, do you think, because I saw a post today or a video where he said, according to Dr. Bright or Dr. Frank channel on YouTube, he said, the Oba of Lagos is begging, for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Do you think that someone who must have met him just for this, because of this?
A lot of things might be going on underground that we might not say, trying to influence Nnamdi Kanu or trying to influence some certain decision, or possibly, the only way to escape this, trauma is to immediately release Nnamdi Kanu. And when Nnamdi Kanu is released, that will douse the already piled up tension of what Nnamdi Kanu has created. They have ignited the real Nnamdi Kanu by the decision of the Motosho-led court to mention that Nnamdi Kanu has a case to answer, and that's what we are seeing now. Though everybody have to come to court, they are involved. They have a case to answer, including the governor of Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu.
I'm telling you, Christopher Musa should be burying his face in chain. He has failed woefully. Christopher Musa, bye the door is thrown open. Anybody that said anything that undermined the possible existence of Nigerian states should be treated as bandits. I credit that statement to Sergeant Musa. What is it actually that transpired that warranted Bola Ahmed Tinubu sacking the chief of defense staff, the same Colonel Christopher Musa? Do you know that Christopher Musa is the one that has actually stabbed himself on the leg? He shot himself on the leg. After all his eye services, Sergeant Musa still remain the enemy of Nigerian states. Good evening, Nigeria. Sergeant Musa is sacked. That's a very good news to all the indigenous people of southeastern Nigeria, where Sergeant Musa wreaked deadly havoc for the past 24 months. I'm talking about 2 years since he assumed that office. The Igbo nation, the Christians, genocide going on, Christian genocide going on across the country. Sergeant Musa debunked it, renounced it, and denied it. A Christian against his fellow Christians. This is why I've been telling people, especially Nigerian politicians, that nobody could cheat God and go scot-free. Sergeant Musa, you denied Christian genocide. Sergeant Musa, you denied Igbo genocide. Sergeant Musa, you denied Nnamdi Kanu's, at least, rough-handled, illegitimate extradition and abduction of Nnamdi Kanu. You target that Kanu is a terrorist. You target that IPOB, indigenous people of southeastern Nigeria, who are 99.99% Christians, are terrorists. Today, after denying Christian genocide going on in the southeastern Nigeria middle belt, as well as Niger State and Kaduna State, God has nailed you on the cross. The kind of cross we are talking about is not the cross of Calvary, cross of hellfire. Sergeant Musa, your pedigree, whatever you represented since you assumed that office, rests in hellfire, not peace. You have seen it when a man is doing good things. I think it's only God that could actually vindicate him, praise him, bless him, and show him mercy. But today, the like of you, B-A-T, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has never seen anything good in you. That's why he has actually served you red card. Time up, Sergeant Musa. Almighty Musa, you sent all Nigerian military cliques, deadly ones, largely people from Sahel country, the Fulani, Janjaweeds, Boko Haram that were reintegrated into Nigerian military to go often into the southeastern Nigeria to annihilate, decimate, and kill the indigenous youth of that region. Just because you are in the position to do that, you are bearing the name of Christian only on the tongue. Sergeant Christopher Musa. I thank God that I say Christo Mohammed. That was the last comment I made on Nnamdi Kanu must be free platform. Sergeant Christo Mohammed Musa. That was the name I gave you. Listen, it has actually played on you. The curses Nnamdi Kanu has laid on you is playing out. Sergeant Christopher Musa, good evening Africa, I'm repeating it, has been shown a way out. The door is open for you. After all your hostilities, brutalities, cruelties against the indigenous people of southeastern Nigeria, who are 99.99% Christians. You are bearing Christian name just, you want to do that. All the denial of Christian genocide going on, or denial of Igbo exploitations and genocide going on, it has actually come up against you. Meaning, I'm coming, listen viewers, come on. That's it's actually applies now. Is no longer a native of India. The implication now is rightly define Kama as a global man. Whatever a man soweth is going to reap it, either in his death or in his lifetime. Sergeant Christopher Musa has been shown a way out of the Ministry of Defense. All is running about, rallying up and down. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has sacked him. Do you know what is going on, Nigerians? I envisage, I predict Christopher Musa has been implicated in the ongoing coup plot on the 1st October 2025. Do you know what? He was among the people that planned the coup. He was hiding, playing all manners of... Allegedly, no. We don't use the word allegedly anymore because we know that he is currently implicated. He's going to play out later next week.
The sacking of General Christopher Musa has anything to do
with the coup plot. I predict. I envisage it. I actually forecast it. Because that gentleman worked day in, day out so assiduously supporting this current administration. There was never a time Christopher Musa actually, looked like someone that could betray BAT, Bola Ahmed Tinubu regime. But actually, you see what happened, that instigated this kind of expulsion from Ministry of Defense has something to do with intrigue. Intrigue of the highest order. He is actually implicated on the ongoing coup plot that actually plagued this administration on 1st October. His name must have been mentioned so lately. That's why they actually allowed him earlier. And he's thinking that he's a very smart or clever man. That's why he did not actually abscond until it has gotten to him. Christopher Musa must be among the corps of the military that plan to oust Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I'm telling you that Tinubu will have no reason to sack Christopher Musa. Has he served Nigeria in that court category how many years now that warranted his sack? Something actually transpired at the back door. And it is no longer supposed to be a secret thing. That's why as a reporter, I come out to tell you, I predict, I envisage, I am still, forecasting. It has to do with the coup plot recently that stopped October 1st anniversary military parade when they actually perfected their plan to oust someone. It might be bloody, it might not. But all I know is that something actually happened to the young growing cocoyam plants and they start to mess. Sergeant Christopher Musa indicted. I'm telling you, right from the horse's mouth. It is written all over the walls. And even if you ask the stalk on the branches of trees in Nigeria, the way the wind blows, the leaves will actually tell you that what I am saying right now is a reality. Musa has been showed way out. He's supposed to go. Musa, go! You are the enemy of the state, not Nnamdi Kanu, not Simon Ekpa. The whole allegation you brought against Simon Ekpa, both in Finland, in Nigeria, all your bragging and boasting, being so tyrannical at, what do you call them there? Al Jazeera. When they were interviewing you, it has now played against you. You are the sinner, the offender this time, because you are implicated. Your complicity on this coup scare, trending since early this month is the reason why you are fired.
So, Mr. Arab, do you think the sacking of the defense staff and the chief staff will improve the insecurity situation in the country, especially in the southeast?
Yes, let me tell you, President Buta committed lots and lots of bloody criminalities ranging